Hello, 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 wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Join me, my wonderful Biafrans. Join me, my people. Today is the last day of July, and tomorrow the zoo is carrying on with their protest. And we say we are not protesting with the zoo because we are not from the zoo. We are Biafrans. Join me, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. Join me. I know I am late. Nevertheless, we have had a hectic day today. We are on the space with our minister, and then we had a very brief program for the IOU Biafra program. Join me, my people, join me. Wonderful people, lovers of freedom, wherever you are watching me from, you must join me so that we will talk about this upcoming protest in the zoo. Join me, my wonderful people. You know, fellow Biafrans, that whenever anything is going on, I will always come to interact with us. But before we continue, my people, let me say thanks to God, because in everything we do, the Lord is with us. Wonderful people, lovers of freedom, join me, join me.
We have one thing in common, all of us that believe in Biafra. One thing is we have in common: a pathological hatred for Nigeria. I cannot have more. I hate Nigeria. People don't understand it. I despise it. With all in my body, I will walk towards the total disabling to that zoo. Time we finish Nigeria, we wave goodbye to it. The same way Yugoslavia is gone, Soviet Union is gone, that same way will the world Nigeria be. Nigeria is a reminder that Nigeria is a reminder that colonial mentality actually seeped into our bone marrows. As somebody when somebody from Nigeria pays and say, "Oh, God bless Nigeria," you are making a mockery of God. God can only bless something that is created. That this morning, God did not create this. There is no way God can bless it. It's impossible. Impossible. That hopeless entity that people today say they are very proud to belong to was created by a white man. His name is Frederick Lugard. This man is not Biafra land. This man is not Hausa Fulani. This man is not Yoruba. But there are some people from Black Africa who are willing to go to war to defend what a white man created out of their own subjugation. The reason the zoo was created was to subjugate you. You did not create it. You asked the white man to go. The white man left and went back. But you retained every vestige of subjugation left in the hands of the tyrannical few. Those who can read and write, claiming they are PhD holders, but lack rudimentary or common sense. They don't understand how to structure a society. Our forefathers were better political thinkers and philosophers more than the fool the zoo called Nigeria. They couldn't have come up with it. Never. Instead, what they did was to surround themselves with the military and the police. Instead, what they did is to ensure the subjugation of own people by bringing money abroad and banking it, wallowing in debt poverty. There are things wrong with the way that a black person reasons that sometimes I wonder. I wonder if some of them are human beings at all or not. Seriously, I don't think so, in my opinion. There is no need, there is no why they got independence for a country. The police do not carry guns on the street. Upon becoming this band of animals, created a police force. A police should be a civil service, not a force. They created a police force. They created mobile police, the riot police. They created the army. They created the navy. They created everything you can think about, the Air Force. They created all this rubbish in order to perpetuate themselves in power, in order to continue lying, in order for them to master everything that is to do with to kill you and to subjugate you. The white man came turned us into slaves, subjugated us, took away all our natural resources, and when they were going, they gave our over to a set of black people again, continuing even worse of their own. Is that what you're telling me? That somehow black people in Africa are normal people? Yes, you are normal, they to prove. The only way for you to prove that you're not a monkey is by going and getting Biafra. If Biafra doesn't an animal, Biafra is the only justification you have exist as a human being. Anybody saying that he or she is a Nigerian, that person is worse than you. A journalist asked me this morning here, why do you call them animals? I said because they accepted a name given to them by somebody else. Oh, and a cat can do that. That man came from Scotland, said your name is Nigerian. Would I ask him questions? Which goes to show that your brain is not working properly. Had you been working properly, you will say no, that this is my name. After my name should not be lost. Answering that you have abandoned your name, you have a heritage. That is what Biafra is here to reverse. Everybody can gang up against us if they wish, but we want to make this victory in such a way that everybody who is a Biafran will win ever, because the delivery of Biafra from bondage, the extrication of from that very will indicate to you once and for all that indeed Chukwu Abiyama is a Biafran. The world has something that's seen before, that Biafra must emerge. We must come to exist. We are not going to ask for anything that doesn't. We are not asking for any territory or resources. All we are asking them is to leave us alone. The same way we were before the British came. We have the documentation to prove that we never gave the British the consent to form one Nigeria in the first place. We have the documents. The documents with Royal Niger Company. We never gave them the consent to go and form one. Nigerian intellectuals never ever bothered to ask themselves, including the Yorubas, Weshoika in particular, did we give our consent to Lugard to go and form Nigeria? The answer is no, we did not. Where did they derive the authority to go to form that zoo? Did they hand over to a group of black men that continued the same slavish mentality impacted upon them by their masters? No wonder they are incapable of civilization. They are incapable of development. Real one look man, I understand. The sun is here. Making prostitutes very, very rich on your money. And some of us go to that nightclub to go and clean that nightclub to be able to feed and pay house rent. That money coming from your land. Look man is here in Austria with money stolen from Biafra. Him and the children are living it large, having fun. And then we will go to the nightclub where the son went to party to go and clean that club that he can get money to feed. I say that there's something wrong with us. An animal can allow that to happen. Why do you think everybody revolted in the world? That is a sign of civilization. With any oppressive regime or system, that is a sign that you are now matured as a human being or as an animal. You are an animal. When we preach the gospel on Biafra, we tell, if you have any counter opinion, you present it. People should look at us and say, oh, you are insulting us. No. I am telling you the fact. The fact that you're a Nigerian means an animal can accept the name given. Is that true or false? Then every Nigerian is an animal. We preach the truth here. They don't know what is coming at them. As I will keep reminding them, before we came, nobody could tell you the truth this way. Now that we are here, they can't tell you. We are not here to pamper you and have a problem. We cut it out completely. Surgery. Cut out the problem. We don't raise. We cut out the wrong and heal and you survive. Than injury or wound that never improves. We are here. Do you know how shameful it is for a grown-up man from Biafra land to I'm the first son of my father never abandoned his father's compound, but I did. In order to something happens to me abroad and I don't go home, what happens to my family? My own brother. Why our land is the way it is. When the white man came, our fathers never gave them the first son, because the first son of life. They always gave them son to the last. Then when he had him, I said second to the last, almost finished. He gave them all people that came, servants that came. You I want to make some people feel bad. Everybody in those days acquired very high education. Is not Madiala. Number one. Number two, they are not the first son. Go and check it out. They went abroad and copied rubbish and brought home. That is why you're here today. If Nigeria is working, we will be here today. The fact that we are outside in such large numbers, including those today, means that the zoo is not working. It has not worked for over 50 years. When going to work? When? Somebody should tell me. When will it work? They say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. I don't know what is a fool at 50, what it is. Maybe a fool at 50 shouldn't even exist in the first place.
Yes, my fellow Biafrans, we have heard our leader talk. If you look at the caption of this program, Biafrans are not protesting. Our leader has said it all. We are not. He has a passionate hatred for Nigeria, and he called them the zoo. Zoo is where you keep animals, people who don't reason properly. We are not protesting. Let those who arrange the protest go and protest. We are Biafrans. Today is the third day in our 4-day sit-at-home. Tomorrow, Nigerians are taken to the street. But we are saying to Biafrans, do not join this protest. The protest is not for us. We have a more important thing to talk and to protest about than hunger. We have seen hunger for so many years. This same Nigeria were the same people that caused and made a blockade for Biafrans not to eat in 1967 through to 1970. 3 whole years that the Nigerians did not allow us to eat. They made a blockade for anything going to Biafra at Lagos Wharf. All the international airports were blocked. Nigeria has to go to Cameroonians and use today's Ambazonia, where they have seaport, and blockaded Biafrans from getting food, and over 5 million children died of malnutrition. Why should we Biafrans be expected to join Nigeria to protest? I would suggest that Biafrans continue with their sit at home. Do not come out. And those Biafrans in Lagos should be careful, because some unscrupulous in that Lagos, the zoo former capital, will only target the properties and businesses of Biafrans in Lagos. That's their target, because they are very hungry. We are not hungry people. No matter the situation you put a Biafran person, that person must excel and survive. We are developers. We are not destroyers. We develop any country or any state we go to. We work extremely very hard. But look at them. They were the ones shouting a miloko, a miloko. Now they are protesting. Why do we want to join you? Or why do you want to in your protest? And even some of their men, one Yoruba man had the audacity to say that the Igbos are the ones who are staging the protest. We cannot be protesting for the interests of the Nigerians when we Biafrans have our own interest to protect and protest about. Hello, Elder Gabriel, thank you, my wonderful brother, for joining. You know, we have been on face throughout the day with our minister. And shortly before, after that, we had another brief explanation of how the new IOU for Biafra is going to work. So if you go to my Facebook, YouTube, you will find it, because it did not stream on my Facebook. Thank you for joining. We Biafrans, we have worked so hard for the Yorubas and for the Hausas. They are the owners of Nigeria. Let them keep it. We are not interested. We Biafrans are not protesting. There are many videos that, and I will be playing them one after the other for you to understand that we Biafrans, we are not interested in your protest. Because whenever we protest, they will buy all our children. They will send the military after us, send the police after us. We are tired of Nigeria and the zoo. Nigeria known as zoo, zoo known as Nigeria. We are not in. We are out. Count Biafrans out of your protest. We are not interested. We are not interested. Go with your Nigeria. We already have our Biafra coming. We have our Biafra coming. You Nigerians are very terrible. The worst place I have ever seen in my whole life. So, fellow Biafrans, we are not going to be inclusive in their nonsensical protests. Not at all. We are not protesting. Not at all. Biafrans are minding their own business. we are not going to test. So let me play this woman's voice. You will hear what she said about the protest.
Now let's turn our attention to Africa. A wave of protests is spreading throughout the continent. It began in Kenya with protests against their budget, or the bill as they call it. Then they spread across the border to neighboring Uganda, up to become third protest hotspot. Young Nigerians are preparing to march against the government. They plan to hold peaceful protests next week on the 1st of August, and has scared the Nigerian establishment. The country's president, Bola Tinubu, issued a warning on Monday. He said the protests were the work of some sinister people. Not join. The next day, Nigerian police chief joined the chorus. He said the protests were ill-advised and that the police would not sit back and watch. 2 days later, the Nigerian military chimed in. A military spokesperson said the protests may lead to anarchy.
Yes, this is a foreigner announcing the protest, showing and indicating the fact that everything happens all over the world is on the internet. If you look at her, she's not an African, she's an Asian lady. So Nigeria, the zoo, whatever you people do, you know that you watched very closely. Whenever people are protesting, especially in Africa, the police and the military will take to their guns. The military warns against nationwide protest. The number of the military in a country of 280 million, why would they not allow the people to say their mind? This is what Biafrans has been going through in the hands of the zoo for so many years. We can no longer contend the abuse, the incarceration, the non-compliant with the law being meted to Biafrans by Nigerians. Now, they don't want us, they don't want our businesses, they demolish our houses, they use terrorist men in military uniform to terrorize our people. As I speak, they are terrorizing my people in a place called Okigwe and Owerri. This is the kind of human beings that Nigeria is made of. Thank you, my brother Owen, for joining. Yes, hashtag Biafra Mass Exodus this year, 2024. Thank you so much. So this lady here is not an African, and I am very glad to showcase her news so that Nigeria will understand that the world is watching them. By the time the Biafrans will take them to ICC court, they cannot deny anything. They always use the military in every situation. They do not allow the civilians to exercise their civic rights. They put themselves, they select themselves. Nobody votes them in. They don't allow the civilians or the masses to speak for themselves. Somebody like Tinubu today, after all the money he amassed, they have bought him yacht and private jet. What is he doing with private jet when there is presidential private jet there for him? How many people does he want to convey by this second private jet? Personal one. Akpabio approved the fund. Instead of approving fund, Tinubu had all the time. He had all the time to alleviate the complaints of these poor masses, but he will not. That is the daring nature of the zoo. We seem to be reasonably associated to or associate with Nigeria because we fall in parallel line with them. We are developers. We are very intelligent, very smart people, very educated, very polished in the way we do things. We are very compliant to law. Is completely opposite. So we fall in parallel line with Nigeria. Be expected to meet. We do not meet. We are different from them. They don't like us. They hated us with passion. And we too, back to sender. We hate them lies. I cannot love you when you are hating me. Since 1953, before the zoo was amalgamated by Lord and Florence Shaw, we Biafrans have been suffering. And the worst thing you could is to use his brother or his sister to fight him, because you always weak position to fight back. But right now, our PM has given us all the encouragement that is there for us to muster the courage to fight back. It is our right. Defense, self-defense, that's what it is. Because this war is not taking place in the north. It's not taking place in the Yoruba land. It's not taking place in Middle Belt. They came right to our land, and the gods of our land will hand them over into our hands, our gallant men, and to judgment as they deserve. So my people, let's continue to listen to this lady.
Then they spread across the border to neighboring Uganda. Nigeria became the third protest hotspot. Young Nigerians are prepared against the government. They plan to hold peaceful protests next week. This has scared the Nigerian establishment. The country's president, Bola Tinubu, issued Monday. He said the protests were the work of some sinister people, and he asked Nigerians to not join. The next day, Nigeria's police chief joined the chorus. He said the protests were ill-advised and the police would not sit back and watch. 2 days later, the Nigerian military chimed in. A military spokesperson said the protests may lead to anarchy. He said that the army would not allow Nigeria to spiral out of control. You can see how rattled the authorities are. Every arm of the government is trying to stop the protests, and not just with threats. On Tuesday, Nigeria doubled its minimum wage to try and diffuse public anger.
Only today.
Are they doubling the minimum wage? Is every Nigerian that is employed or on gainful employment? So how many of them out of the entire people will be paid this increased salary? Majority of them are self-employed. And these are predominantly people from the southeast who are mainly traders and farmers, because the Fulani and their Yoruba counterparts or friends do not allow Southeasterners to come close to the government. So when she said that they are rattled, why not? When your hands are not clean, you will always be rattled, because what goes round comes round.
The National Assembly has expeditiously passed the new national minimum wage. The president is working. It was transmitted only yesterday. Today it has been passed. A lot of interventions that the president has also put in place are going to be looked at expeditiously in the interest of Nigeria. So there's no need for strike. The young people out there should listen to the president and allow the president more time
made that appeal to the quote-unquote young people out there because they are the ones who are organizing, just like in Africa, it is young people, members of Gen Z who are organizing the demonstrations. Gen Z is planning the protests using social media. Nigeria's Gen Z are mobilizing under social media hashtag governance. The protests in Kenya were also organized under Finance Bill 2024. That's what.
Yes. My people, that was a very short video, but it is a very quick reminder to the zoo that they were watching them. Because when somebody has this detailed information about what is going on in your country, you know that you are not alone. So, fellow Biafrans, we have a lot of things in our hands. We have no time for the zoo. Let the dead bury their dead. It is their business. Anything about Nigeria does not concern Biafrans anymore. We have been in this since when Usman Danfodio came with his brood of vipers to the zoo. And from North Africa, they landed in the northern part of Nigeria and settled there for buying people, destroying lives, do not have regards, no value for human life. We have tolerated these people enough. I don't even know my then. Yet, we are still fighting with the zoo, or they are fighting us. They are the ones fighting us because they always bring this fight. Today, a man was showing video where they bombed their home, shattered everywhere. But because of the YouTube rules and Facebook rules, I can make video here to show you people. So let me play a video of the warning from our own Prime Minister about this. You can never involve Biafrans in any Nigeria protest. We're not interested, not at all. We are not involved. We are not involved. Let the dead bury their dead is their
particular stage start tonight as we enter the sit at home tomorrow to demonstrate yet again that Nigeria has been delegitimized within Biafra territory. And this sit at home will happen on the 29th and on the 2nd of August. We will look forward to see that every houses, every offices, everything in Nigeria government will be shut down. If we see anybody representing, opening anything in Biafra territory, we will engage that place. Make our stand very, very clear that as we approach the December 2nd declaration, we will continue to engage that we and eradicated in Biafra territory completely. While other people in Nigeria, other ethnic groups, other internationalities in Nigeria are going to cry. Like I've said, the Biafra defense has been well briefed. When you engage enemy mercy, you do not engage human beings. The people that come with arms, helicopter to kill and bombard our territory are not human beings. Do not regard them. Do not treat them as human beings. They are not. Kill before they kill you. It's self-defense that we have witnessed for the past 2 weeks. The worst situation in the territory where houses, villages bombarded and burnt down. The Biafra Defense Force has proved that their capability to defend our land, and they have proved. But this evening, after the emergency security briefing, we have come to inform Biafra. Going forward, we're going to be seeing wonders in Biafra territory. Do not move. This is a war that I have declared on us, and we will shy away from this war. We have accepted this challenge that the Biafra Defense Force are well prepared, even with little equipment, to cement Nigeria, neutralize these terrorists who never ever strive in our land.
Yes, my people, our PM has said it. Self-defense is your right. When somebody leave their home and come to your home with gadgets, equipment, you have to defend yourself however you can. They have no mercy in their agenda. He has now gallant men that it is now Operation No Mercy. And then they buy a photo. Iba na Twitter handle. If we na photo there. But no, because of Ndiala Fana bribe. This time around, they called us out. We will tell them that they failed it. We are more than a dot. Fagama na ibo ene ni anwite. Ene ni anwite ogbonyu oko. You know? So my time around, onwerokwa genu ntị ka unu nụ. Listen to Governor Wike. For those who are talking about protesting or not protesting, the kind of country that somebody will be in, and you will say that children or the youths will not protest. They have to protest.
When I hear people declaring for APC, say they want to continue the good job of Mr. President, the good job of people dying every day.
Hello, Eze, my wonderful brother. Thank you for joining. Yes, United States of Biafra. The Nigerians are protesting starting from tomorrow, and we are encouraging our Biafrans that we have a lot in hand. They should not join, because when they see Biafrans now, their gun will start crawling. We don't want that. Now, why are they protesting? Listen to the reason why they are protesting. Wike is here telling you why. Governor Wike, at least he has been in government. He knows what he is saying. Listen to him.
There are people declaring for APC, saying that they want to continue the good job of Mr. President, the good job of people dying every day, the good job of Naira falling every day. I feel so ashamed that we have gone to the level where sacrificing people will come and say, look, I want to continue the good job of Buhari. What is the good job of Buhari? Of hunger is a good job, of poverty is a good job, of insecurity is a good job, of the economy falling is a good job. It's such a shameful thing. I can't believe that somebody will come out in today's Nigeria and say, I want to continue where Mr. Buhari has stopped. May God forgive. May God never allow that people to continue.
You see it? This is a governor, somebody at the corridors of power. When he is talking like this, you will then know that Zoo is God. Governor, talking like this means that zoo is God. No matter how you wash and scrub a pig is always a pig. They should not vent their anger on our people. We are not the cause of their problem. They don't go to school. They have no managerial qualities. They do not know what administrative abilities are. They don't know what it is. They don't even know what obeying the law is. What they know is takia, lies, and their sharia, where if you look at a woman, they will pierce one of your eyes. If you touch a woman, they will cut off your hand. That's ancient 100,000 years way of living. The Stone Age, that's what they are bringing back to us. My people, we fall a parallel line with Nigeria. We can never meet. We can never. These people, we have nothing in common with them. They hated so much. They hated us so much, very passionately, and we also hate them. You cannot hate me and I will love you. No way. The only thing they love about us is our oil and our gas, because we are the goose that lays the golden egg. They will use our money, send their children abroad, use our money, buy private jet, use our money, buy yacht, and we will be abroad doing cleaning job. Then they think that it will continue forever. That's why God gave us our prime minister, a man that is equal to them. He is a total match to them. So my people, let's continue. There's another video of a barrister in Ibet, a Calabar barrister. You hear what I told them. So that all this is what I will play before I will play you what one said about the Igbos. Then,
I think I should even say that I'm surprised that this one has said that 6 billion is being budgeted to manage the protests. It shows that the government, this country has money. Really? Is this... Are some people seeing this as okay? What are they budgeting 6 billion for? Regarding your question, the constitution
behave all the time. Do you people know that this zoo, any day that Onyendu is going to court, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will go and sign for 500 million security money. What are they securing? Somebody you are holding in your custody. When you are taking him to court, you will go and sign 500 million. Do you people know that? I want somebody to write and say, I do know, or I am surprised, or I've never heard it. That is Nigeria for you. Very corrupt, very conniving, very condescending country called Nigeria. Crooks. That's what this barrister is asking them. You budgeted 6 million to deal with the protest. Why don't you give them that 6 billion? Because people are hungry. That's what he's asking them.
I think I should say that I'm surprised that this one has said that 6 billion is being budgeted to manage the protests. It shows that the government, this country has money. Really? Is this... Are some people seeing this as an Owambe? What are they budgeting 6 billion for? But regarding your question, the constitution is very clear. Section 39, that Nigerians have the right to freedom of expression. Section 40 guarantees the constitutional right to association and peaceful assembly. This right is not absolute, because under Section 45, there are derogations to this right. For example, for the protection of public order, peace and safety, and so on, the right to assemble may be curtailed where there is violence or riot. My concern is that the government is the one that is fueling the perception that this protest is going to be violent. I'm very active on social media. Any indication that any person unleash anarchy in the country. And let us even ask the question, how come that it is only when people are protesting against government or people want to carry out rallies against government that people will suddenly create this imaginary intelligence report that hoodlums, miscreants are going to unleash violence? We saw Asari Dokubo leading protests in support of Tinubu during the tribunal. Asari Dokubo, the SSS did not gather any intelligence that hoodlums will hijack it. As a matter of fact, I have also seen groups planning to hold counter rallies and protests in support of the government. The police have not said anything about it. Some people are planning to burn the country. It's just fiction.
My people, the same as they have invited him. I didn't get the video, but the video is there on the internet where he is boasting how he is going to counter this protest. Then the next day, Asari will come out and be shouting that Tinubu is neglecting his people with their oil that never yields anything for them. I've never seen a character like Asari Dokubo. He mentioned it here now. That is, they know how to use criminals, this very government, to counter protest. You don't want to do something good. You don't want people to protest. What do they want? They are becoming very, very fidgety about people going to protest. Why don't you do what they want? Why don't you give them what they need? Create jobs for them. Create jobs.
They keep making reference to NSAS, and I choose to characterize this as fraudulent history, to say that the NSAS protest was the violent and anarchy. The truth of the matter is that the crisis we saw, the violence we saw during the NSAS, took place after Nigerians were killed. That was what triggered the violence. Even Kenya that they are talking about, until the police opened fire on protesters at the parliament in Kenya, the protest was entirely peaceful. So the question is, are they planning to unleash mayhem on the country? Are they planning to kill Nigerians to instigate violence? That should not be the approach. If the government is serious, they should understand that people have a protest and stop giving us fake intelligence. The IG said he wants the name of the protesters, he wants to know the routes, he wants to know the founders. The SSS on the other hand says, no, we know those who are sponsoring it. So which one should we go for? This clearly shows that they are not serious. You cannot in one breath say, there are foreign mercenaries that they want planning the protest, you have uncovered those behind it. At the same time, you are still asking.
Yes, I saw on our Prime Minister's Twitter handle what he just said now, that they know is foreign mercenaries sponsoring the protest. What is his name? Shetima, the vice president of the zoo, said it is those in Finland and those in United Kingdom and those in America staging the protest in Nigeria. What interest? What interest? You see how his mentality, the kind of people ruling intellectuals. But thank God that we Biafrans, we have taken our strong stand. The unfortunate situation here is that our people are still trapped in the zoo. Just after 2nd of December, this very year, when the mass exodus of Biafra will take place. 2nd of December, that's when Biafra will declare their total and complete exit from Nigeria. And everybody is gearing up towards going for that historical declaration. Let's continue.
For the identities of those who are behind the protest, let the Inspector General of Police, let the SSS and the army The army, surprisingly, is issuing a statement on a protest. We are not in a military dictatorship. What is the business of the military issuing a statement on the matter?
Hello, Chinyere, thank you. Onyebuchi, Dalono. I came out late today. So, but let's carry on. My minister was on the air and we were there with him on the space till very late.
That can't even be democracy. Let the military remain in the barracks. The police should deploy, in line with the provisions of the Police Act, should deploy police to ensure that those who are protesting are protected. Because the court have even made pronouncement on this matter. Let us assume for a second that they actually have real intelligence, which I believe they don't have, that this protest can turn to violence. The court have ruled that the police cannot stop protests because of apprehension of violence. That the
Yes, he is talking about the violence. Nigeria budgeted 6 billion for this very protest that is kicking off tomorrow. This will show you the violent nature of Nigeria. Nigeria can never use money for good causes. It is always for violence. They are always ready for violence. They are comparing the protests that they haven't seen the nature of protests or how the protesters, what they are saying. They don't even want to know what they are saying or what they want. They are comparing police or this and that, talking about violence. When people are protesting, of course, in their own country, it has to be peaceful until you start shooting at them. Then they will start reacting. They are human beings. What do they expect? If you are ruling your people well, why will they be protesting at hashtag bad governance? That's what it is.
Proper way to approach it is to ensure that those who are planning the violence are protected and the protesters are also protected. So let them stop creating this apprehension, this nightmare that the country is planning to burn the country. People are tired, people are hungry, people are desperate for solutions. The government is not providing.
People are tired, people are hungry. Why not? They were my sister. Daloso, thank you for joining. Hashtag Biafra mass exodus. Hashtag Biafra mass exodus. Exactly. That is it. We have no business with their protest. We are not interested in any Nigeria or zoo protest. We are leaving Nigeria. It is hashtag Biafra mass exodus 2024. We don't have time. We are tired of the zoo. They don't like us. They are always bringing war to our doorsteps. But they should not forget that we had it with them, 1967 to 1970. We are not scared of them. We are not scared. This time around, it will be
solutions. And why does the president have to wait till the 1st of August? He can wait. He can start this moment. Start this moment to effect the changes that people are asking for. Reduce the number.
Did you hear that? That the government does not have to procrastinating, hallucinating about this. Why, if you know the people planning it, why not start now? Engage these youths. Ask them, what do they want? Instead of using 6 billion to say that I'm giving every opportunity they want to milk the people. The money is Biafra money because Nigeria has no other export other than our crude oil and our gas. It's our money that they are using, spending frivolously and carelessly without thinking twice. It's our money. Why not ask these youths, what is your problem? What do you want? How can I alleviate this very terrible situation that you people are complaining of? No, they will rather go the violent way because Fulani-dominated governments are naturally violent people. Violent people, they don't build, they destroy. They are not builders, very lazy human beings. That was the inception The notion of Lord Lugard, who said that he's the people of the North, that they have nothing. Now they are sitting on top of everybody. They don't want you to talk. You have no freedom, nothing. No human right in Nigeria. No, my people, Biafrans are not inclusive. We have left you people. We are gone. But our brothers and sisters are still there until 2nd of December. The line will be drawn.
Number of ministers, right? Cut the cost of governance. Tell Nigerians you are not going to purchase a new presidential jet with 150 billion. Tell us you have abolished the office of the first lady and the office of the first daughter and the first son, because we now have office of first lady, office of first son.
My people, are you hearing that? Office of first lady, office of his first son, office of his first daughter. You know, Tinubu's daughter is 67 years this year, and Tinubu is claiming that he is 68. So he was barely 1 year when he had his first daughter, and not woman. The first son is not from the same first daughter's mother. Not even this one that he lives with now. This is the kind of frivolous life that these people come in Nigeria with our oil money.
Office of, right? Cut the cost of governance. Tell Nigerians you are not going to purchase a new presidential jet with 150 billion. Tell us you have abolished the office of the first lady and the office of the first daughter and the first son, because we now have office of first lady, office of first son, office of first daughter. Can you imagine Folashade Tinubu making a statement yesterday threatening Nigerians not to protest, and you are telling people that you are running a democratic country? Begin to show us that you are serious. Send a bill to the National Assembly before the 1st of August. Met IREV a legal requirement in our election. These are things that people are asking for. You can do this thing before the 1st of August, but they are not doing that. Begin the fight against corruption. You are not fighting corruption. You are telling people not to protest. You are not changing the country. You are telling people not to protest. You are buying, you are investing 22 billion to build a new residence for the vice president. You are planning yacht, and you are saying Nigeria should not protest.
My people, have you heard it? Building a house for the vice president with 20, how many? Let me hear it again. Have you seen it? For Shetima, the daughter has her own office. Do you know that this, what's his name? What's this man? Akpabio, the Senate president of the House of Rep. He is the one that have approved billions of dollars to buy private jet for the president. This very July, last 3 months ago, they bought him yacht, private yacht, anchored on the at the bank of the seashore, while people are dying of hunger, and you don't want people to protest.
In our election, these are things that people are asking for. You can do this thing before the 1st of August, but they are not doing that. Begin the fight against corruption. You are not fighting corruption. You are telling people not to protest. You are not. You are telling people to protest. You are buying. You are investing billions, about 22 billion, to build a new residence for the vice president. You are planning to do 5 billion to presidential yacht, and you are saying Nigeria should not protest. Even the Agbado that Tinubu promised Nigeria, people cannot buy anymore.
Hello, my brother. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. You see, all this money that they are budgeting for private jet, private yacht, first lady's, first daughter's office, and first son's office. Whereas poor people cannot buy a bag of rice that used to be sold for 7,000 naira. Now it is 80,000. What of rent? What of school fees in an oil and gas producing country? The very few number of people in the politics are the ones enriching themselves. All over the world, in Nigeria government, you will find that the politicians are the richest. Other countries like Richard Branson in United Kingdom is a businessman. Somebody like Bill Gates in America, or what's this one? So many of them that are very wealthy, Elon Musk, they are very wealthy people. They are not in government, but it is only in Nigeria that you will come. You will see the senators, the governors, and the president, the vice, billionaires. And the people are dying of hunger. Dying of hunger. This is what only Biafrans have been going through since 1953, before the amalgamation. That's Onyendu's reason. He said, these people, they did not take permission from our forefathers before the amalgamation, and we are not signatory to it. So the protest tomorrow, Biafrans are not allowed. We don't want any Biafran to come and protest for them. Let them go to the streets. I have videos that I will play for you.
Talking about minimum wage of 70,000 that cannot buy a bag of rice, Nigerians have to protest. That cassava and abado that they promise us, you should provide it. Nigerians don't have what to eat. And you are telling people not to protest. Right. What is the alternative? All these fake bishops, fake student leaders that they are using to tell people not to protest, listening to them, people are not going to listen to them.
Yes, my people, nobody will listen to them. This is what Biafrans have been going through for so many years. Now the whole zoo, they are crying. I don't know, I have a video here where our Biafran brothers in one restaurant, each one of them has a massive chicken roasted with beer. They say that this is their own protest. Let me see if I have it. If I don't have it, if I don't see it here, I will play you what a Yoruba man said, and you compare it with what this barrister said. He is from Biafra, Aqua Cross, this very barrister. He tells Nigeria the way it is. Nigeria is unbearable. That country, I've never seen like them. I have never seen human beings like these people. Let's listen now. He's a Yoruba man, and you will see that Yoruba hatred on Biafrans.
Protest you. What I've been saying in Yoruba is that the planned nationwide protest is a strategy, new strategy by the Unibos to destabilize or truncate the democratic governance.
Did you people hear it? Listen to him. Now he is very specific. We respect some, especially those that were in alliance with Onyendu when Onyendu was here. But listen to this if.
What I've been saying in Yoruba is that the planned nationwide protest is a strategy, new strategy by the Unibos to destabilize or truncate the democratic governance in this country, simply to vent their spleen on Yoruba nation, but they are not happy as they lost the 2023 presidential elections.
Have you heard it? This shameless old man, very shameless. Your brother or your servant, because Tinubu is not a Yoruba man, he's from Gambia. after serving Abiola and the rest of them. Look at this shameless man. Yoruba say that this type of man is Agbaya. Agbaya. Ewu. Agadi Ewu. Does this old man not know that Biafrans, we fought Nigeria 1967 to 1970, and that we are calling for Biafra to come? Or does he not know that Tinubu did not win election in Lagos, he did not win in Federal Capital? That disqualifies him, number one, because electoral law has it that for you to be president of the zoo, because I don't know their constitution very well, you must win at the Federal Capital Territory, FTC. Did Tinubu win in these major areas? He didn't win the election. It was handed over to him. Then look at this Ewa Poloko. Look at him. The real Afonja, Anompama, according to my sister Stella. You hear it, that it is in the Igbo. If they do coup in Nigeria, they will say it's Igbo coup. They want to do protest, they will say Igbo protest. You see it? When our prime minister started announcing early this month that we should not join. In fact, we have our seat at home. Just look at him. Look at him, all the Kekwensu. With Udi Okundi, Ndia Ogomo Okudisi, Ndi Chukolo, Okwa Ndi Ofe Manu bụ na Nigeria, Adroma. Ndị a bụ ndị ọjọọ. Chukwu ga-akpọ ụnụ ọkụ. Faje jụọ ndị TV na ndị akpọtọ ka ọ dị fakịta. During the war, oge ndị be anyị si ugwu Awụsa na-agbanata, ndị TV anọchielu ndị be anyị na-egbu. Kịta TV anọrọzi n'ụlọ. After how many years? Ọkwa ifuru ndị ofe mmanụ. Chukwu ga-edobe m ndụ, m ga-achịfe ọchị. Ọkwa ife afa na a romance with ndị Fulani. Okay, their time is coming.
They are not happy.
Let's listen to
and
fool.
Those who are canvassing for this insurrection, the felons, they are felons canvassing for this insurrection, are either Labour Party members or IPOB, the Igbo stock in that party.
You see it? Labour Party, Mobibu Labour Party, or IPOB. Look at the Agadi Nzuzua, Onye Chukwu kpọrọ ọkụ. Look at him. It is just for you people to hear. Etu mmadụ ga-anọ, ọ na-achọ onye ada achọ ya. Ọ na-achọ ndị be anyị move bego down. Amaro mụnụ ma this massive church dị na Okota or Agọ is moving down to the east. Ndị be anyị na-emuvuzi down kịta. But eji this opportunity na ayọ ndị be anyị niile nọ na Lagos. Unu apụtakwa n'echi bulu ngwongwo unu kwabanụ n'ime ụlọ. Your shops kpọchie ya ma owelu na-egbe nọdụ n'iru shop unu na-eche nche maka ifefa na chọbụ opportunity ịbịa kụkasị shop ndị be anyị. Ọkwa ndị ofe mmanụ fa ga-enweta ifefa na-achọ ebe ndị Igbo nọ. That's why Obasanjo wicked Obasanjo ji wee jee mee Apapa Wharf, the only place that ship can bring goods. We are going home very soon. I get one ship ebe ship ga na abat na Abia State, where revival on a seaport and the one in Abakaliki. They will only aga faga. Nwoke a bụ ezigbote onye ala. Onye kuni ọ na-ekwu. You heard this barrister and you are now hearing this man.
Why? So I want to appeal to the youth and the elders, patriotic citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to shun that protest. The protest is aimed at truncating the democratic process, and we should not allow that. Let us remember what happened in Kenya, what happened in Sudan, what happened in Syria. Since the internal crisis,
look at the way they think. Look at the way they think. How are you comparing your Unzuzu ndi ala ndi Ocho with Syria, na Afghanistan, na ndị otie, where their brain works? All this ndị agadi colonial mental, this nenu nyala nka negodie gbomo number one, nwoke a ifuru onye oshi akara Owori, ndị Chukwu ga-akpọ ọkụ, ndị ụwa jụrụ ajụ. Ọ ndị a bụ na zoo adịrọ mma, kwefuru ndị ofe mmanụ tụọ ofe egwu. Ofa bụ pasike ndị Fulani, mana Fulani ga-anyụfe anya. Anyị anabago. Unu amara na Baba wosi na ife ya ji fight ka ndị Igbo. After oge ndị Fulani tụrụ ya nga, ọkwa Ojukwu na Ife Ajunan and the rest bụ ndị wepụtara na nga. Awo ọgụdazia awo join ya gowon wee fight by osi na oke wee maintain anyị na ọ bụ na ịrapụfa na ndị Fulani ga-consume fa. Kita Fulani ga-anyụ n'anya, Fulani na China ọ ndị ga-eju unu wee gwọla ajụ. Ọkwa ife niile ndị a na-eme ndị Igbo ifugie. We are not joining their protest. Why is he calling ndị Igbo na IPOB na ndị Labour Party? Because Obi is an Igbo man. It is always their aim to go and destroying Igbo properties in Lagos. Always their aim. What have we done to them? If I call it jealousy, it will sound like a childish talk. But if that is not the case, what else? What else? Asị na asọkata okenye anya ekpuru nkata n'isi gwe okwu, ndị ofe mmanụ bụ ndị nzuzu. Very ọ bụ na ọ bụrụ ndị Facebook na ndị YouTube, iwu fa na-edobela ya ebe a. Ayọ m nwoke a ka akpụ, maa ya, hụọ ya ka onugbu. Onye nzuzu, ọ dị ka nkịta akpọrọ ọkụ. Ala mgbachi ntị.
Broken out. I mean, things have never been the same in those countries. Why should we have put hardship on ourselves by some miscreant elements? Those who want to destabilize this country. Even if you want to destabilize the country, it is not the time that Yoruba is in charge. It will not happen. It will not happen by the grace of God. So those who are planning this definitely protest.
Have you heard his grievances? Not the time that Yoruba is in charge. Inugie, okwa ndị fa na Sunday Igbo and today, annual fear Sunday Igbo biasi that nobody should protest to destabilize Tinubu's government. Okwa ifuru ndị ofe mmanụ chameleon dị kafa funurom. Wishy-washy, okwa ifuru ya bụ ndị ofa bụ n'obodo adịrọ mma. Yes, my brother said our people are not seeing mad people like this. Full mad people. Yeah. Oh, Onyala. Isi adịrị ya mma. That's it. Isi adịrị ya mma o. Oh, kunu wefu. That's what we are seeing. If I na phone internet, I kpote bi ebe a. Unu ga-ekiri kata like this. Unu agba n'aka. Kama na ọ na-abụ when I keep, when I keep bringing all this, I will just ask myself, how long? Hey, ndị a bụ ndị ala, I'm telling you. Gezianụ ntị. Geenụ nwanne anyị nwoke ntị. Onye nke a bụ onye be our leader, the last man Shetima nyelu ọchịchị, even though ife ọ na-ekwu ebe a bụ eziokwu. Geekwana ife anyị ga-eme ka anyị gee ya ntị. Listen to him.
Igbos, stay away. Igbos, stay in your houses. You'll be used as an scapegoat. They will target you and they will waste you. Igbos, we have died enough. Our blood has filled the street enough. Allow those who feel they can do it, let them go and do it. We've been strong enough. Let us be weak now. Let those ones who are strong, let them stand up straight. Igbos, be weak now to sit at home. If there's any sit at home that will be effective, not the one you have done on Mondays, let it be the one that will happen at this protest. As one of the leaders of this country, as one of the leaders from the southeastern region that you love and you have confidence in, you, if you have never shown weakness before, let it be shown now. Igbos, we have shown strength in civil war. We have shown strength in agitation. We have shown strength in fighting for IPOB and MASOP.
Yes, my people, you see these politicians, we cannot continue to, to play their game, because these are game players. He's a politician. Oh. He is a politician, but he's telling the Igbos not to protest because they know that our PM has said it, that we are not protesting. We are not included in their protest. We have our own business. Sit at home 29th, 30th, and 31st. Then after tomorrow, there's another sit at home on the 2nd of August. Biafrans do not fall for their cheap blackmail. We are not Nigerians. We have been trapped in the zoo for so many years. We cannot be used again. There should be no protest by Biafrans. My people, don't protest. Don't join them. That's what this politician is saying. They are just following our PM's orders. No protest for Biafrans. Whether Tinubu is succeeding in his governance and administration, it does not concern us. Tinubu is president of the zoo. He is the leader of the zoo right now. Let him carry on his administration however he wishes. But we are Biafrans, my people. Let no Biafran come out, whether you are in Abuja or in Lagos, wherever you are. Remain home or go to your shop with your ifije echelo onwegi obule egbe bulie je na your shop. Ndị Igbo, unu emekwana protest. Unu emena protest because unu nwe join for ime protest bụ ime ka obi dị fa mma. Ndị na-stage protest a bụ ndị Fulani. That is the secret information. Kafa wee kwatu nwoke a ka nwanne fa nwoke bụ vice wee rigolo. Unu ejekwana protest. Ụmụnne m unu meela ife a no ife anyị na ya unu eje na protest at all. Onye ga-enweta this video ya tụsa ya. My people, click share button and like button. Share banu this message. Ndị ba ya pụkwana n'ụzọ je protest ya. Aya brozi zoo. Oh guys, ka anyị na-egekwa nwanne anyị nwoke a ntị.
Igbos, be weak now to sit at home. If there's any sit at home that will be effective, not the one you have done on Mondays, let it be the one that will happen at this protest.
Exactly.
As one of the leaders of this country, and as one of the leaders from the southeastern region that you love and you have confidence in, I am telling you, if you have never shown weakness before, let it be shown now. Igbos, we have shown strength in civil war. We have shown strength in agitation. We have shown strength in fighting for IPOB and MASOB and all the rest of them. In sitting at home, please be weak now. Before opportunity to slaughter you, sit at home.
Unanugie, my people. This is it. We have to go, France. We must sit at home. Forget about them and their protest. Nothing good will ever come from Nigeria. Nigeria, 4 cardinal points of Nigeria, as ugly as anything you can imagine. Nothing will change, because when people are protesting, it is for good to come. When Margaret Thatcher was the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, she brought out the one they call poll tax. The people protested. Do you know that they changed it? And they called it council tax. And they started, apportioning it according to what you want, what you do, for you to be council tax. At least they have hospitals in all their boroughs. They have everything 247 for years, over 100 years now. They've had electricity. Tell me, is there any electricity working in the zoo? No roads, no tap water, no hospital. Our sister Onyewenu slumped yesterday and died. May her soul rest in peace. But no hospital was able to save her. I will play you a video of her last music that she played about 2 days ago before she died early this morning. No hospital. If that thing were to happen in the UK, America, that lady, her life will be saved, because she's a nationalist and she's Ezigbo Ada Biafra, because she will talk about Biafra, tell you how she was raised up in Port Harcourt and how she is real Ada Biafra. So we love her so much. Our PM in his Twitter handle said that we have to mourn her. Zoo has nothing to offer to anyone. They have nothing to offer. So why are you protesting? Why will you go to the street and be fired by the military? You will see, if our people did not come out, they will not shoot them. But if they see that our people are there, they will come to buy their kafa bubu mufa. Mgbe Chukwu ga-descend on these people. Una fugonu ka ndị be anyị na-etinye aka n'ife a na-eme, kafa si adapụ. Yes, kafa si adapụ. Ifeanyi Ụba na Otokoto Hotel Iwu Anyanwụ ka ebe fa nọ today. So my people, Biafrans should not, those Biafrans in homeland should not be seen joining their protest. No Biafran should join the protest. No way. My people, this
Protest. Riot for the tribus Ọchịchị tribu riot aka anyị nọ ya.
yeah,
Anyị protest nke anyị ebe a.
unafugo ife ndị be anyị na-eli olili fa asị nọ nke a bụ their protest, which is good. Ife a bụ ozu ọkụkọ, nke a bụ mmanya kafa na-aṅụ. Ọ ife nchọkri Biafra na-eme fa na-enwe aṅụrị na otego anyị tabara afụfụ na zoo. Otego. My people, it's been long. It's been long. Let's listen to them.
Protest of Ofozo Oko. Ọchịchị anyị mara ahụ. Ọchịchị tribu dị mma, ndị Igbo si na ọ dị mma achịwa. Na anyị nọ riot. Anyị nọ protest. Protest of ndị Kaba. Ọ bụrụ gbago okom. Ọ wamba. Anyị na-ekele Tinubu. Riot anyị na-agachi ike. Now our protest is on board. The highest protest you can ever see. Oh, I know here. Now we believe. I know protest. Yes. It's going on.
Yes.
Yeah, I talk it like I block is here a banner. So, man, I know protest. Protest Abaga. Oh, for God. I know. Now we do you.
Yes, this is their own protest.
You know protest.
Look at how healthy our people are. And they're all business guys. They are not asking anybody for anything. Because we are strong and powerful people. Very intelligent. Anyị ejikwano ndị Igbo si na ife awụtara na nkụ ite na-aba na nke ọnụ. Anyị ejiri ife awụtara na nkụ ite mee anything. Anyị na-alụ ọlụ na-alụsi ike. Ọ ndị Fulani ndị na-ele ego n'ụzọ. Lazy people. Nọ na-aṅụ mmanụ. Very soon mmanụ afụfa ga-aṅụdebie. We are not protesting. This is the kind of
That's a guy. How many protests? I ain't many of them. All I ought to guy. John, why got the kind of walk and you can show me child. What do you go get? I may lie to guy. Protest is moving.
Yes, Kingsley. Thank you for joining. Yes. Yeah, we can never be part of Nigeria again. Never. No. We can never. Anya cross go that Rubicon is behind us now. We may just show them sympathy in a very gentle mockery way. Kaimo famu. They are like
Thank God. There are many for the protests, moving by Ofozo. You are.
Our people are protesting in a restaurant as usual. We don't do protest. Anye tofe go protest. If I tolulogie now a nation, the rising sun, that is what we are protesting to get. That's all. Not zoo. Zoo does not concern us. So let no Biafran ever step into any street to protest. No. Anya gafe go oku protest. Mba. Gafe go protest.
Wampa. Yebu Ghana. Now we I lie on like I make that man. Go, fair man. Now we there. Confirm. Government time, my guy. There, man. We got him, man. Oh, yeah, we got him, man. Yeah, we got him, man. Oh, yeah, we got him, man. Lion. There, man. Nah, Chineke wake ready, bono. Amen. I can't more your brother. Amen. One part.
Yes, so my people, I just want to close this with Onyendu's speech.
We have one thing in common, all of us that believe in Biafra. One thing is we have in common: a pathological hatred for Nigeria. I cannot begin to put into words how much I hate Nigeria. People don't understand it. I despise it. With every drop of blood in my body, I will walk towards the total dismemberment of that zoo. That by the time we finish, Nigeria will no longer exist. That name, we wave goodbye to it. The same way Yugoslavia is gone, the Soviet Union is gone, that same way will the word Nigeria be obliterated from history books. Nigeria is a black people are stupid and foolish. Nigeria is a reminder that colonial mentality actually stone marrows. As somebody reminded us this morning, when somebody from Nigeria pays and say, "Oh, God bless Nigeria," you are making a mockery of God. God can only bless something that is created. I learned that this morning. God did not create the zoo. Therefore, there is no way God can bless it. It's impossible. Impossible. That hopeless entity that people today say they are very proud to belong to was created by a white man. His name is Frederick Lugard. This man is not from Biafra land. This man is not Hausa Fulani. This man is not Yoruba. But there are some people from black Africa who are willing to go to war to defend what a white man created out of their own subjugation. The reason why the zoo was created was to subjugate you. You did not create it. A white man did. You asked the white man to go. The white man left and went back. But you retained every vestige of subjugation left in the hands of the tyrannical few. Those who can read and write, claiming they are PhD holders, but lack rudimentary, or what I would call common sense. They don't understand a society. Our forefathers were better political thinkers and philosophers more than the fools that gave us this zoo called Nigeria. They couldn't have come up with table and Kukwaya. Never in their lives. Instead, what they did was to surround themselves with the military and the police. Instead, what they did is to ensure the subjugation of their own people and banking it abroad. And people are wallowing in abject poverty. There are many things wrong with the way that a black person reasons that sometimes I wonder. I wonder if some of them are human beings at all or not. I wonder seriously. I don't think so, in my opinion. There is no need, there is no reason. Independence from a country where the police do not carry guns on the street. Upon becoming independent, this band of vandals and animals created a police force. A police should be a civil service, not a force. It's civilian. They created a police force. They created mobile police. They created the army. They created the navy. They created everything you can think about, the Air Force. They created all this rubbish in order to perpetuate themselves in power, in order to continue lying to you, in order for them to master everything that is to do with violence, to kill you and to subjugate you. The white man came, turned us into slaves, subjugated us, took away all our natural resources, and when they were going, they gave us to a set of black people again, continuing even worse subjugation of their own people. And you're telling me these people are human beings? Is that what you're telling me? That somehow black people in Africa are normal people? Yes, is that what you want me to believe that? If they are normal, they have to prove it. The only way for you to prove that you're not a monkey is by going and getting Biafra. If Biafra doesn't come, you are an animal. Biafra is the only justification you have to exist as a human being. She is a Nigerian. that person is worse than a fool. A journalist asked me this morning here, why animals? I said, because they accepted a name given to them by somebody else. Only a dog and a cat can do that. A white man came from Scotland and said your name is Nigeria, you accepted it without asking questions, which goes to show that your brain is not working properly. Had your brains been working properly, you would say, no, that this is my name. After all, you answer Ahamefula. My name should not be lost. By answering Nigeria, you have abandoned your name, you have abandoned your heritage. That is what Biafra is here to reverse. Everybody can gang up against us if they wish. But we want this victory in such a way that everybody who is a Biafran will worship God forever. And the delivery of Biafra from bondage, the extrication of the children of the Most High God, Chukwuabiama, from that very abominable entity, will indicate to you once and for all that indeed Abiama is a Biafran. The world is about to see something they've not seen before. That Biafra must emerge. We must come to exist. We are not going to ask for anything that doesn't belong to us. We are not asking for any territory or resources. All we are asking them to do is to leave us alone. The same way we were before the British came. We have the documentation to prove that we never gave the British the consent to do it in the first place. We have the documents. The documents we signed with them was to trade with the company. We never gave them the consent to go and form Nigeria. This is one thing that the so-called band of Nigerian intellectuals never ever bothered to ask themselves, including the Yorubas, Weshoinka in particular. Did we give our consent to Lugard to go and form Nigeria? The answer is no, we did not. Where did they derive the authority to go to form that zoo? Why did they hand over to a group of black men that continued the same activity impacted on them by their masters? No wonder they are incapable of civilization. They are incapable of human development. Real one Lukman, I understand, is here. Is that not correct? Yeah. The son is here, dancing from one nightclub to another, making prostitutes very, very rich. And some of us go to that nightclub to go and clean that nightclub to be able to feed and pay house rent. That money is coming from your land. Real one Lukman is here in Austria with money stolen from Biafra. Him and the children are living it large, having fun. In the morning, we will go to the nightclub where the son went to a party to clean that nightclub that we can get money to feed. Do you now see why I say that there's something wrong with us? Only an animal can allow that to happen, not a sensible human being. Why do you think everybody revolted in the world? That is a sign of civilization. When you revolt against any oppressive regime or system, that is a sign that you are now matured as a human being, or else you're an animal. You are an animal. When we preach the gospel radio Biafra, we tell you the truth. If you have any counter opinion, you present it. People shouldn't look at us and say, oh, you are insulting us. No. I am telling you the fact that you're a Nigerian is an animal. Only an animal can accept the name given. Is that true or false? Then every night we preach the truth here. They don't know what is coming at them. As I was reminding them before we came, nobody could tell you the truth this way. Now that we are here, they can't tell you. We are not here to pamper you and put cream on you. If you have a problem, we cut it out completely. Surgery. Cut out the problem. We don't dress the wound. We cut out the rubbish and throw it away and heal you properly, and you survive, than nursing an injury or wound that never improves. We are here. Do you know how shameful it is for a grown-up man from Biafra land to abandon the father's compound? I am the first son of my father. My father never abandoned his father's compound, but I did, in order to survive. If something happens to me abroad and I don't go home, what happens to my family lineage? My own branch is closed. Do you know why our land is the way it is? When the white man came, our forefathers never gave them the first son, because the first son is the custodian of our way of life. They always gave them second to the last. They always hate him. I say, my second to the last, almost finished. We gave them all people that came, servants that came. You will be amazed. I don't want to make some people feel bad. Everybody in those days that acquired very high education is not Mwadiala. Number two, they are not the first son. Go and check it out. They went abroad and copied rubbish at home. That is why you're here today. If Nigeria is working, the fact that we are outside in such large numbers, including those I'm seeing today, means that the zoo is not working. It has not worked for over 50 years. When is it going to work? When? Somebody should tell me. When will it work? They say a fool at 40 is a fool. I don't know what is a fool at 50, what it is. Maybe a fool at 50 shouldn't exist in the first place.
Yes, my people, Onyendu said that a fool at 40 is a fool forever. What will a fool at 50 be? Let no Biafran person, man or woman, young or old, be seen protesting tomorrow. That's why I came out for this evening broadcast. Remember, my people, zoo, they don't love us. The only thing the zoo wants is what we have. You cannot beat a child and ask the child not to cry. The oil and gas is deposited in our land. The zoo is predominantly being governed by the Fulani since 1808. Till date, we have no gains from the gas or oil that was deposited in our land because we are playing the game of gentility. Enough of that. But my plea to my fellow Biafrans, wonderful people, intelligent human beings, the most intelligent people in the whole world, Biafrans, very wealthy people. God loves us so much. If it is a boast, yes, I can boast. People are wonderful. Let no Biafran join them in their protest tomorrow, 1st of August. Please, my people, we had a wonderful and successful sit at home again today. Tomorrow, don't join them in their protest. We still have another sit at home on the 2nd of August, which will be Friday. Biafrans, we are winning. We are winning. We are winning. We have won. Support our PM. Support our PM, Mazi Simon Ekpa. All hail Biafra. We are winning. No protest in the zoo. My people, thank you people so much. Carter 10, thank you for joining. My people, hit the like button. Share this message so that it will go viral. I will see you again tomorrow. I love you all. You are wonderful people. I'm very proudly Biafra. Thank you so much. Whenever I come out, you will all be here listening, making your submissions. Thank you so much. I'm very proud of you people. I know that Biafrans will not join them. That is why they are always envious of our lifestyle. We live in class and style. Who is this one? Who is this one? You say you are Katahu. Wait. I will block you. I leave. Get out of my. Really? Mm-hmm. Or even they could do Simon, we are protesting. Come back to Nigeria and reduce. Something went wrong. Even Jesus, the all is